Hey, what's going on, guys? It's LuceyGoosey or Kyle, and welcome to my week number 6 match for the MLBA up against the Utah Jazztrodon, coached by a name. And yeah, I figured I would finally finish getting caught up on all of these recordings. I know I did, I'd set up a live comm for this battle, and it turned out that I didn't have my mic plugged in. So this was actually my second battle that I've done in the last, week or 2 weeks, where my mic wasn't recording any audio for the live comm, so that kind of stinks. So I am doing a post comm for this one. This will be the last post comm in the section of videos. The next one you see should be a live comm. I kind of got lazy and didn't do live comms for some of them, but I want to make sure that I give you guys the best content that I can, and I know that live comms are generally better than post commentaries. So anyways, we're going up against the Utah Jazztrodon. We both have the same record, I believe. We're both 3-2, and we're in the same division. So winning this game could be huge for us, because it would be putting us ahead in the division by, a whole game and having the head-to-head over them. So A-Name has a really good team with Mega Venusaur, Pheromosa, Darkrai. He's also got Dragalge and Piloswine, but I believe he had some other threats on his team that I had to prep for a lot, but I can't even remember what they were. This battle was like a week ago, so kind of hard to remember stuff like that. But yeah, anyways, I'll go over the team that I brought, and then we'll watch the battle together. So I brought a Miltank here, a Sap Sipper Miltank. This was kind of my best answer to Mega Venusaur, which is kind of sad, because I just don't have really good switch-ins to grass types. Like, Scizor would be the best, but I know that's going to have Hidden Power Fire. I know that Venusaur is going to carry it. And so then I was like, well, actually, Naganadel can switch into it really well. So I was going to make Naganadel just kind of like an offensive switch every time. But the problem with that is he could run Earthquake. And I figured Earthquake is somewhat likely. So I ended up going with Miltank as my answer. With leftovers, Heal Bell, Body Slam, Milk Drink, and Stealth Rocks. I had the Heal Bell there for the rest of my team, but basically, if I get Sludge Bomb poisoned, I wanted to make sure that I could heal that off. And yeah, just mono attacking with the Body Slam, but that's fine. It hits everything on his team, and we could get maybe some lucky paras in there. We also have the Rocks, because Rocks are going to be really helpful to wearing down that Rotom. Anytime I face a Rotom Heat, I know that Rocks are super important for the match, because Rotom Heat's a really good Pokemon, but if you can wear it down 25% on every switch-in, it's really good to wear that Pokemon down. So yeah, we have the Stealth Rocks for that, and yeah, pretty basic Miltank right here. Next Pokemon we're bringing is the Naganadel with the Fire EMZ. I know that Thick Fat obviously on the Venusaur reduces the damage from the fire moves, but I wanted to make sure I brought Fire EMZ just in case. He had something else on his team, I believe, that Fire was good against, but like Piloswine and Venusaur, if they don't have Thick Fat, well, obviously Venusaur's gonna have Thick Fat, but the Piloswine maybe. And I wanted to go Dragonium Z, but he had a few possible switch-ins. I believe he had a Fairy type on his team that I was kind of scared about. Maybe it was Comfey, if I remember correctly. But yeah, after an S-Plot Fire Blast Z move anyways just OHKOs the Mega Venusaur if it's defensive, which I have a feeling it will be, to check my Azumarill. So yeah, I figured that was pretty good bring for this match. We do have the speed boosting this week, because after +1 we will outspeed everything besides a Scarfed Darkrai and a Scarfed Pheromosa. So that's pretty cool. I mean, there's a possibility of Ice Shard on Piloswine, which is definitely something to worry about, but it only does about 35% if he is not offensive. So that's really good to know. And yeah, I think this could be a really good win condition in this game, especially after Speed Boost. Next Pokemon we're bringing is our Mega Scizor with Knockoff, Bullet Punch, Swords Dance, Roost. I brought a more offensive one to this game because Max Attack Bullet Punch does a lot to Pheromosa. I think it was like 88% minimum, but it might have been like somewhere around 78% minimum actually. I don't remember the exact calc, but we are running a lot of speed on the set. That outspeeds min speed Rotom, so if he is full defensive Rotom and has 0 speed, Rotom hits 208, we'll hit 210, and hopefully if we get a Swords Dance up, we can kill it with a knockoff. But that's probably not very likely. I just wanted to make sure, just in case, if we did find out that the Rotom was super bulky, that we could outspeed. This also, I think, outspeeds uninvested Venusaur. Yeah, it does. Uninvested Mega Venusaur we outspeed, so that was something I wanted to keep in mind too, so that I could roost up on it in case it did have Hidden Power Fire. We could roost up first if we were at like 50%, and then scout for the Hidden Power Fire, because we definitely live any hit from it. Yeah, but I figured this was a pretty good set. Obviously, the Rotom switches in pretty well to it, but I thought this was a pretty decent one. So anyways, next up we have our Normalium Z Belly Drum Azumarill, meant to outspeed uninvested Mega Venusaur. I have a feeling he's going to be max HP, max defense, and so I will be outspeeding that type of Venusaur. And if I go for a regular Belly Drum as he switches in Venusaur, I can go for the Normalium Z Facade Breakneck Blitz and kill his Venusaur in one hit, which was something that I thought about a lot in prep, and I figured that was probably the best way to go. Because even then we kill the Dragalge with knockoff, we kill Piloswine with I believe with the Aqua Jet, but maybe not. But I was just thinking, you know, we kill the Darkrai and the Pheromosa, the two main threats, with a +6 Aqua Jet. So that's really important. So I don't necessarily have to go for the Normalium Z Belly Drum, but if I am in the situation where I do need it, then that's important too. But yeah, max attack, adamant, and almost max speed, but not Jolly, obviously. And yeah, next Pokemon we're bringing is an Assault Vest Mienshao. This is kind of my Darkrai check, which is weird that a Mienshao is a Darkrai check, but it is actually pretty good. It can take a Dark Pulse easily and get that regenerated right back real quick. And it also can deal a lot of damage to this team with High Jump Kick. Obviously, I don't really have a move to hit Mega Venusaur with, which is kind of a problem, but I'm hoping that I can deal with Mega Venusaur. I know I didn't really prep for it too well in this match, but I was hoping that it could do pretty well. Knocking off items is huge, and then the Fake Out there, just a little bit of extra priority in case the Pheromosa becomes a problem. You guys saw how Make a Blaziken was a problem for me last week, so I brought the Fake Out this week to kind of pressure those things that are faster than me. Even the Darkrai it's good for. And yeah, U-turn just for momentum, and I figured this was a pretty good set for this week. And last but not least, we have our Scarf Gardevoir, the Morgana, with Tracing Beast Boost, could be really cool. Also, I could trace, like, what's it called, Adaptability on the Dragalge, and a few other things could be helpful, like Levitate on Rotom. If I have the Levitate in against the Earthquake user, that could be kind of cool as well. But anyways, I do have the trick because my main thought process was to trick this onto the Piloswine if that's a switch in, but it probably won't be. So using it as a Scarfer to outspeed the Darkrai and the Pheromosa could be very good as well. And I figured it was, you know, it was a decent bring to this match. A lot of speed investment on it, and 216 in special attack, which is still pretty good. It can do a lot of damage to the Mega Venusaur, which was also important to me as well because I didn't have too much prep for it. But yeah, anyways, we're gonna get into the battle here. So let me just go here, click replay battle. I don't think I actually did this for the last video, so I'm sorry that the replay kind of looked different for the last video, because I'm pretty sure I didn't end up doing this. But anyways, we're here with the battle. You guys can see everything set up, and I'll just hit the play button, and hopefully everything's good. So I loaded my Mienshao. I was just figuring I can just fake out whatever is the lead and get a little bit of damage. We see 7%, which means he's pretty bulky, but not super bulky. He definitely has some speed investment or like special attack investment. So he goes for Toxic as we get in our Miltank. So our Miltank is not Toxic, but we have Heal Bell on it, so it's not bad. But I actually thought it was interesting to see Toxic on the Venusaur. So now I'm thinking it probably doesn't have Leech Seed. It probably has Giga Drain, Sludge Bomb, Toxic, Earthquake was my guess, or Hidden Power Fire. So it either can't touch Naganadel or it can't touch Mega Scizor, which is really important to me to know that. So now he goes out into Dragalge. I know I can take a hit from Dragalge, so I figured I might as well stay in. Just go for the Heal Bell to get off my get out of this poisoning. As he goes for the Hidden Power Fire, predicting my Mega Scizor. So I'm gonna go for the Body Slam this turn because I don't need to Milk Drink just yet. As he Sludge Waves, does 31%. I don't see an item, so I don't know exactly what he could be. But anyways, I just go for Milk Drink here to heal up as he makes a pretty offensive switch into his Pheromosa. However, I take any hit with my Gardevoir. If he went for like Buzz, we still live that there, and he goes out into his Piloswine. So Piloswine's a pretty good switch into me, so I'm going to go into my Scizor. I do have hazard removal, I believe, on the Scizor, so I don't know if I go for Defog or not. No, I just go for Knockoff here, putting Dragalge into range of Bullet Punch, and this turn I do go for the Bullet Punch as he goes for Rotom, so really nice chip damage there on the Rotom, down to 74% because he has leftovers, and now I'm going to go Miltank, expecting him to probably Defog, but he actually Volt Switches into his Pheromosa, so he gets another good offensive switch. I thought about sacking off my Miltank here. I didn't know if it was going to be the best play or not, but I believe I ended up just sacking it off, but he missed his Focus Blast, which is huge because we got so much hacks in this turn. He missed Focus Blast, and then we Body Slam. I almost even went into Azumarill there thinking this was probably a better play, but I wanted to make sure I had a Azumarill healthy so I could Belly Drum later. And getting that Para was huge, and so I kind of felt bad about it, and I shouldn't do this. I do it way too often because I wanted to go out into my Gardevoir here, predicting another Focus Blast, and I was Scarf, so I'd outspeed. But I just let him kill me with the Focus Blast because I felt really bad about that Haxy turn. Like, it was so Haxy, and I don't know, that's just something I need to get better at, is just saying, okay, it's a game, hacks happen to me all the time, and I don't catch a break, so I just need to let it happen. But I ended up just going out into my Gardevoir the next turn, clicking Moonblast twice on this Piloswine as he actually roars me out, which is nice because I get in my Naganadel, the threat. We go for Dragon Pulse, we get a kill. He actually didn't have Ice Shard, or at least didn't go for it. And this is looking good. With the speed boost, we outspeed anything besides Scarf Darkrai. And I clicked the Z move on the either clicked the Z move on the Rotom, or I clicked the Z move on, I couldn't click Fire MZ on the Rotom, but I probably clicked the Z move on the Mega Venusaur, which is in range. And as far as the Rotom goes, I can Nest up on it if I had to, but I'm sure that Dragon Pulse kills, or at least 2-hit KOs, and there's no way it kills me. So I was like, okay, the only way I lose this game is if he is Scarf Darkrai. Or the only way I lose my Naganadel this turn is if he's Scarf Darkrai. If he's not, I kill him with a Draco Meteor. Or a Z move, or even I think a Sludge Wave maybe. He was in range in. But I was like, I mean, I could probably kill him here. The only way he kills me is if he's Scarf Psychic, but I'm not willing to take that risk. So I actually go out into my Mega Scizor, and he goes for the double out into Dragalge. Now, what that turn told me is he's probably Scarfed. That's what that turn told me, because, I mean, I would expect him to go for Psychic more so if he was Scarfed. However, sacking off Dragalge is not a big deal for him. Just scout out what move I'm going to go for. The only thing that I didn't think of in this match is, wait, if I kill Dragalge, then I'm +2 and I win the game. And that wasn't something I thought of. So I figured, well, maybe he just made a really good prediction. And I go for knockoff here, just kill off the Dragalge in case the Rotom comes in. Rotom comes in this turn, I know I can't kill it even if I am faster, so I go out into my Manchow hoping he just Volt Switches, which is what he does, and we can take that. And now he knows we are probably Assault Vest. So I go for Fake Out here, just try to get a little bit of damage out on this Venusaur. I wish I would have been more, I guess, ballsy on this play and go out into my Naganadel, because that would have been a really good play. However, I got into my Gardevoir, and I'm going to lose my Gardevoir here. And if I went Naganadel, obviously, we'd be in a really good position. So I go Naganadel as he goes out into Darkrai here, as I go for the Nasty Plot. And now I made a really bad play, because I was like, okay, he's not Scarfed because of the event that happened earlier. He didn't go for Psychic. And I was like, okay, I'm faster now. But I wasn't thinking, I don't have my speed boost. So I actually stayed in here, and I made a huge, really huge bad play on this turn. I mean, Manchow should have been my play every time here, and I just completely, I don't know, I got distracted, I guess, and I just wasn't paying attention, which kind of seems to be the story of our season so far. And I stay in as the Ice Beams, and we're done for. So it continues, because I was like, oh man, he is Scarfed. Oh, not knowing that he would have outsped me regardless. So I go into my Azumarill, and I was like, oh, well, at least I can Belly Drum up here and, you know, have a chance at winning this game, because his Venusaur is only sitting at 55%, which is in range of a +6 Facade, and I can just go for the Belly Drum, or the Z Belly Drum here, and, yeah, it could be really good. This is going to be, you know, if he goes out in the Venusaur, that's okay. +6 Aqua Jet actually could be enough to kill him if he's not max defense, and I was like, okay, I have a really good chance to win this game. Turns out he's Expert Belt, and gets a pretty high roll on his Sludge Bomb. I mean, it wasn't a high roll, but I think the roll was like 88 to 104, so, I mean, it was a pretty decent high roll. But now we go out into our Manchow, and I'm just like, oh man, I can't believe I threw this game away again. Like, this is another time this season where I have thrown a game away. He goes Darkrai here, and I'm like, wait, I have a chance now. Because Darkrai was what I was really scared of. I can Bullet Punch this thing, or I can actually save my Scissor for later. And he actually goes for Incinerate, and I know I live anything, and now I'm like, okay, I have a chance because I can Fake Out and then U-turn here and get all my health back. However, I predict the Venusaur here, because I can't touch the Venusaur, but he actually stays in an Ice Beam, so it wasn't a huge problem. But I predicted Venusaur on that turn, because Scizor was the only thing I had to deal with anything with Venusaur. So now it comes down to this end game. I thought that he was going to Will-O-Wisp here. I thought his play is to for sure Will-O-Wisp, because that guarantees him a win. Because if I go Mienshao here, then I can kill his Rotom the next turn, and then I have Scizor that can maybe deal with Venusaur. So I thought his play was the Will-O-Wisp, and he actually overheats as I go for the knockoff. I really wanted to go Mienshao there, but he actually misses overheat, so we catch a break there, and now it all comes down to, is he faster, does he have Hidden Power Fire, or does he have a healing move? So, like I said earlier, he probably doesn't have Leech Seed. We've seen out of him Giga Drain, and we've seen Toxic. So most likely Sludge Bomb, because, I mean, a Sap Sipper Azu, or even like Gardevoir, like I feel like you would have Sludge Bomb on the set, and then maybe Hidden Power Fire, maybe Synthesis. Well, he actually has the weirdest set I've ever heard, because he has Synthesis, so I'm like, okay, so he has nothing to touch Scissor, because it's Toxic, Giga Drain, Sludge Bomb, Synthesis. I thought wrong. He has the Hidden Power Fire, so he had no Sludge Bomb on this set, which I thought was really interesting. However, it's going to win him the game, so good for him. Good prep on his part. He was faster than me, which really didn't matter, and even with a high jump kick crit, we couldn't kill at 33%, so I just went for the knockoff. I mean, high jump kick did like 22%, so I guess it could have killed with the crit, and I mean, it was basically game at this point anyways, so I was just waiting for him to kill me, and it took him a while, but he ended up killing me. So yeah, good game to A-name. Another 1-0 loss, which all 3 of our games, I think, that we've lost have been 1-0s, so kind of sucked, but yeah, a couple misplays in there, especially with Naganadel. I need to wrap my head around Naganadel, because I don't know if it's because I don't play Ubers, or if I just I need more experience with the Mon, but I was like, oh yeah, I'm faster than the Darkrai unless he's Scarf, but I obviously wasn't. Darkrai's base speed is 125, and Naganadel's 121, I think. I might have those numbers a little bit off, but I don't know, I was being stupid. I was also nice with the Miltank and everything. If I had Miltank around, I could deal with this thing a little bit easier, but yeah, in fact, he had nothing to touch Miltank, just Toxic, and I could have healed belled up. So Miltank 1v1 this thing every single day of the week. So yeah, we ended up losing this game, and we dropped that 3-3 on the season. And yeah, I haven't played my week 7 game yet, and I'm really hoping we can turn the season around, guys. We started off 3-0, looking really good. I mean, they weren't clean wins. Our first couple of wins weren't clean, and these losses haven't been clean either. Like, a lot of hacks have been involved on both sides, and I'm just ready for a game where I can play really well. Like, our week 2 matchup, I felt like it was pretty decent, where I played pretty well, but I haven't had a match like that in a long time, so I want to make sure I get back on the winning streak. 3 losses in a row is really tough to deal with, and I just want to make sure I can change that around pretty soon. So I was kind of disappointed with this match, but I played decently well. I had decent prep, and I just got to make sure that I don't misplay as hard, especially with like Naganadel in certain situations. So yeah, I'm not super confident right now in my prep. I actually just finished prepping for my week 7 match earlier this morning, so I'm hoping that I can change it up a little bit, feel more confident, and I'm going to message my opponent soon. But it should be a live commentary for the next battle, and that should be up somewhere within the next week. So yeah, hopefully you guys did all enjoy this video. I'm out for now. Peace!